guys, today I am going to teach you how I make and store garlic confit. Now for those of you who do not know what garlic confit is, basically it is just a French word for preserve, which is a method of French cooking, which just means cooked for a long time in fat. It's easy, it's simple, and it makes food so tender and delicious. Now there are a lot of ways that people make it. There is no right or wrong way. No, there's a wrong way, but I'm not gonna tell you. But there are a lot of different ways that people make it. People season it differently, people cook it differently. I'm going to show you how I make and how I store my garlic confit so that I can use it later in sauces, marinades, and dressings. So let's get into the ingredients and tools. So the first thing that you need is, let me take this off. Garlic, oh, it is strong. Yikes. A lot of people who make garlic confit like to peel it. I'm not doing that. I'm a millennial. We're the easy bake oven generation. I like to get to it quick. Give me the shortcuts, baby. So I went to Costco. You can also get this from Sam's Club or your local market or farmer's market and got some freshly peeled garlic because garlic stinks, okay? And it takes a lot of time to do it. And the last time that I peeled garlic by hand, 2 years ago during Thanksgiving, because I waited to the last minute to get garlic and everybody was out. So I had to get unpeeled garlic and my fingers were on fire. I'm about to throw all this away. I've reached my limit. I am tired, my hands are raw, I am behind schedule messing with this freaking garlic. I do not know why the South and Costco has banned peeled garlic, but baby, we got to do something about it. I don't know if voting is going to help, but something has to happen. Why don't y'all have peeled garlic down here? I do not get it. How does the Italian community do this? How do y'all peel all this garlic? So from then on out, I just decided I'm going to get my garlic early and I'm just going to make my garlic confit and store it in my freezer. Now, you do not need this much garlic. I am using a lot of garlic because I am going to freeze my garlic confit. Because I'm going to be meal prepping and we're starting to head into our summer holidays, there's going to be a lot of cooking, a lot of feasting going on, and I use garlic confit in just about all of my savory dishes. So I just wanted to make a big batch so I can store it and get to it when I can. I don't feel like making this all the time, and I also don't want to turn on my oven, especially when it's getting warmer. So that's our first ingredient, garlic. You can use however much you want. I'm actually making this in my Le Creuset petal pat. There she is. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Or you can make it into something as small as this, which is a Le Creuset heart cocotte. I'm a Le Creuset girly. But I just wanted to show you, you can make it in any size that you want for whatever food need that you have. To reiterate, I'm making a big batch because I'm doing a lot of cooking and I do not want to make it all the time. So this size or the pot, whichever one works for you. The next thing you need is olive oil, a lot or a little. Again, depending on the batch size for you. EVOO, you can use the virgin kind or, you know, the olive oil that's been around. It's okay. No judgment here. No judgment here. I also have my herbs that I will be using. I will be adding basil, rosemary, and thyme to my garlic confit to just give it a light flavor. I will not be adding salt. Here is why. I'm going to be adding this into, you know, like I said before, marinades, sauces, dressings, and I will season that as I cook it. I don't want to add it, and you should not add salt into your garlic confit because you're going to forget about it. And then you're going to put it in a meal and add food to the sauces, marinades, or whatever you're doing with it. And then you're going to taste it and it's going to be too salty and you're going to ruin a really good dish. So do not salt your garlic confit. Now, if you do not have fresh herbs available, you can always go to your pantry and just get any kind of seasoning that you want to add. Here I have, hold on. There she goes. Here I have Italian seasoning from the local Publix. Just add that in or don't add anything at all. Again, whatever works for you, do that. The next thing that you need is water. I am going to be using this on my last step, and this is when I will be freezing the paste that comes from the garlic confit that I'm about to make for you. And that is because I am going to put it in silicone molds. I'm adding water into my paste because that is going to allow the molds to freeze firmly. Then you need a good old blender because this is where we're going to blend in the paste along with the water that we're going to add. And last but not least, a bottle, because this is where I'm going to store the oil that I drained from the garlic confit. All right, so we have our ingredients and our tools, and now it's time to get to cooking. Let's get into it. My personal preference is to wash off my garlic that I'm going to use for my garlic confit. And I also like to get in there with a little small paring knife and just cut off any imperfections because I just don't know if that's a scar or a bruise from the factory they were prepared in, or if it's going bad. I just like to clean and cut everything out so that I know what I am ingesting in my body is as safe as I can get it. So now that our garlic is prepped for cooking, we're going to place it into a pot or cocotte, put it in the oven at 250 or 300 degrees for about an hour or so. Now, some people do an hour to 2 hours. I leave my garlic confit in my oven until I smell it, because when I smell it, that's when I know, at least for me, that it is ready to be taken out of the oven. The reason why it's recommended that you cook your garlic confit at 250 or 300 degrees, because again, it is a slow cooking method. If you turn it up too high, it's going to cook a little faster, and that's not what you want this to do. You want the garlic to just marinate in that oil and cook till it's a nice tenderness, so when you take it out, it can be a nice paste for whatever you're using, and also it's going to have a really distinctive flavor that you can only get from slow cooking the garlic. So cook it low and long. So now that our confit is done cooking, I'm going to separate the oil from the garlic. Here is why. I'm going to use the garlic oil in seasonings and marinades throughout the week. And then I'm going to blend and freeze the roasted garlic. And then I'm going to use it later on throughout the next 3 months in marinades and sauces. Okay, for the things that need. now that our garlic confit has cooked for about an hour, you can do up to 2 hours. I did it for about an hour or so, just until, like I said before, I could smell it, and it smells delicious in here. And after it's cooked to your perfection, I would not recommend cooking for more than 2 hours. Here is why. You do not want the garlic confit to get too brown, because then it'll change the flavor and it will start to taste a little burnt. You don't want that. You want a nice, savory, garlicky flavor. Just a quick note, please make sure that all of your garlic is completely covered by the oil. You don't want any submerging to the top and poking out. That's why you will see in the video here that I made sure every piece of garlic was covered, because I don't want the exposed ones to burn, and then it'll change the flavor of the garlic confit that I'm going for. So after you let your garlic confit cool down, I then strain the garlic from the oil, and I put the oil in this bottle right here, make a nice little garlic oil. It's so delicious. It's a light flavor, but it just packs a punch when you add it on top of salads or in sauces or over some really good fluffy jasmine rice. Mwah! Magnifique. And then you're going to take the roast garlic, put it into your blender, add a little bit of water. As you see here, I didn't add a lot. This was a full water bottle when I started. Oh God, my light is blocking out. Sorry, I've been cooking all day. But this was a full water bottle. I used just about this much of the water. I just want to add in just a little bit of water so that the roasted garlic can evenly freeze in my freezer. When I used to do this, I didn't add water, and my garlic confit was just uneven and slimy. It wouldn't really freeze all the way. So you need to add a little bit of water so that it can freeze thoroughly and firmly. Freeze for 8 to 24 hours. I am actually going to allow my garlic confit in the freezer to freeze overnight so that I can show you what it's supposed to look like. So now I'm going to clean up, and I will check back with you in the morning so you can see the frozen yet firm garlic confit. Or roasted garlic, you know what I mean. And because this is a zero waste household, I am adding some white wine into my little blender. And I'm going to throw in some seasonings and some herbs and some chopped shallots and butter. And I am going to make a delicious herb butter sauce that I am going to cover over a salmon that is roasting in my oven right now. Nothing goes to waste in this household. Nothing. It is now magically 24 hours or 72 hours later. Let's check on the garlic confit. Now, mind you, I've made this a billion times. I already know how it has turned out because I have now cooked with it about twice. So, you know, I wanted to be here in 24 hours, but I'm a busy girl. Don't judge me. So let's take out the, well, not the garlic confit, but the garlic paste from the garlic confit. Look at that. Let's take them out of these molds. This one right here is my favorite. I'm going to take out my favorite one, which is this seashell one. How freaking adorable. Do you see her? How gorgeous. I have to put it up because these melt fast. So as soon as you take them out, make sure you put them up right away. But this is what they look like. Here's the other shell one. And here's another fave. The starfish. She's so pretty. So, like I said, these melt really, really fast, even with water. But if you do not add water, I'm telling you, as soon as you take them out of the freezer, they are going to melt, like immediately. These are already melting a bit because of the warmth from my hands, but if you do not add water to this, they will not be firm and they will melt immediately. Alrighty, so let me finish taking these out of the molds and I'll check back with you. So I've taken everything out of the molds and then I put them into Ziploc bags. And this is how I store the paste from my garlic confit. I'm gonna put these in the freezer. Here is my, oh, I'm so embarrassed. Here is my garlic oil. I don't know if you can see it, but I have been cooking with this for the last 3 days. This is how much is left. It only lasts about a week in the fridge anyway, so I expected to use this, not this much in 3 days, but I've been doing a lot of cooking. I've been making soups and marinades. I'm currently making some smothered beans for Juneteenth, and I've just been cooking a lot. And I use these all the time, and especially the garlic oil. I also put this on salads. I made a salad, and I just drizzled a bit of this on my salad. magnifique, so delicious. So Star family, that is how I cook and store my garlic confit. If you have made this before and you have other ways of storing and using it in foods or whatever, please let your girl know in the comment section. And if you have any questions, I know I'm going to get a lot of botulism questions. I hope that I answered that in this video. If not, ask me in the comment section below, and I will see you for my next video soon and very soon. Bye guys, love ya. Mwah. All right, let's do it.